Spityagametv TV with your host, Paulie Paul.
What's brackin'? It's your boy Stakk Lane from Springfield, Mass. We're here live with Spityagametv.
Get on the track and start dropping the balls. When I'm in the building, they bring me along the shit. Bitch, my stain legit. Put that on my jet. All my niggas look like walking lick.
The name Stakk Lane.
Well, it's kind of acronym. I got the last name Lane because I'm blood and shit, so that's just what I bang. But it actually stands for stand tall and keep control. Loyalty and never end. So I just kind of, made it stand for something for me.
Okay. You thought of it on your own?
Yeah, pretty much. As far as the stack part, like I said, the lane part just ended up coming in there on the song. So,
how long you been doing music for?
I've been around music my whole life. Really started writing my first rhyme when I was about 8, and then started taking this serious back in 2009. I actually started getting in the booth and recording at one of my boys' house from high school and shit like that. So.
Okay, that's real young to start music. How'd you get into it that young?
I was about 14 or 15 years old. I always loved music, but like rapping, it just came naturally as a passion. I don't know. I was that little kid that when I would have my headphones in and go in the bathroom, I'd be in the mirror rapping the lyrics and stuff like that. So. I just when I finally in 2009 when I hit my freshman year of high school, I met this kid who had this little setup at his house and shit and offered to record me. So I just went in there and tested it out and I remember bringing that song back to the school and playing it for everybody and had like the whole school going nuts and shit. So after then I was just like, damn, like maybe I should just really start doing this shit. And then from there it's just been nonstop.
Okay, so if it wasn't for that song, you would have never had a career.
Yeah, pretty much. And the crazy part is that song is not even like out or published anywhere on like any type of platforms or anything. But that's what basically started everything.
Okay, so why not put that one out?
Well, what happened was the kid who originally got me in the studio, he ended up deciding he didn't want to do music no more. So everything that we did have on the channel on YouTube and stuff like that, he ended up just deleting everything because it was, his channel that we was posting it on. So he deleted everything without even sending me the tracks and all that. So I just lost all that. So that just inspired me to really go harder, like losing all of that product and all those projects. It just made me want to go harder and make sure that I never run out of stuff to, have to record and stuff like that.
So you wasn't mad at him for doing that?
Oh, yeah, of course. I was upset because, he did that and then had the nerve to tell me good luck with my music career and shit like that. So, hell yeah, that shit pissed me off. I told him at the time when I see him I was going to beat his ass and shit. So, but yeah, I'm over that shit now,
Okay. Do you ever think he did it like out of spite?
I mean... Shit, these days you never know. It's a lot of hating going on. I don't know why, but a lot of people is jealous and envious, but they won't never show it to your face. So you really never know somebody's true intentions. So
right. Have you spoken to him since?
Nah, hell no. I haven't spoken to that man. Like I said, the last time I spoke to him, he said something about good luck with my music career, and that was like the last time because I was just like, I felt like I just smacked him for that shit. But yeah, I haven't spoke to him at all.
Oh, okay. It might have worked for you because you said that pushed you to go harder.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I make sure I write every single chance I get. Like, almost every day I'm writing like in my phone. I got just straight notes and notes and notes and notes and notes and notes and notes, and I got like 3 or 4 notebooks at home full of songs ready to go. Like I just try to make sure I'm staying on top of it, making sure I'm working on my craft and trying to be the best me that I can be.
Right. So right now, what would you say is your best song out?
My best song that's out As far as rating from the people, I guess I would say a song that I have on my SoundCloud under Stakk Lane music with a K, but a song that I have on there with one of my homies, Gritty Lane, it's called Ride Gone Ride. That got, I think, close to like 3,000, between like 2,000 to 3,000 views or something like that, or plays or whatever. So that's probably the most looked at song. And then I have another song that a lot of people were feeling with one of my bros, KT and shit, called All My Life, that we shot a video for and shit like that. So, but that's as far as what's out. But I got a lot of material on the way that I'm working on, and like I said, I got a mixtape on the way. So we gonna be having a lot of new stuff for people.
Okay, that's what's up. So what type of music you plan on recording now?
I can't really put myself to one category just because I'm so versatile, and I grew up all around all types of music, so I have a broad influence as far as types of music, like I done been in jazz bands, shit like that, like growing up and shit. So I like all types of music. So I got a lot of vocal stuff on the way, a lot of, real hip hop stuff on the way, bars, like hard street shit. I got a whole lot of everything on the way.
Just real diverse.
Yeah. I just try to keep it, as diverse as I can. That way, all my material isn't sounding the same.
Okay. Any love songs?
I mean, to me, yeah, but I can't really say that my type of love song would be considered a love song to other people, because I make my music for me and to my liking, so it may not sound like a lovey-dovey song or be to necessarily the most lovey-dovey beat, but I put my heart and my soul into all my projects. So
right.
Yeah.
So would you say that's like, it's too hard to be considered a love song, but you would consider it a love song?
Yeah, definitely. But either way, like I said, I write all the time, and I have a few unfinished projects, because I write sometimes a few songs at a time. So I definitely got some stuff on the way. I'm trying to keep as much of it a surprise as I can, but everybody just gotta have to stay tuned and watch what I got coming for everybody on the way.
Okay, that's what's up. Earlier you was telling me you was doing like performances.
Yeah. I just did 2 shows downtown Springfield at the Wild Arts Center over there on Chestnut Street. Earlier during the year, me and the team went up to New Jersey and did a show over there. And back before that, a while ago, I had did 2 shows in Northampton and shit like that. So doing shows here and there, not as steady as I'm doing the songs and stuff like that, but we gonna pick up the pace once I have new material dropping, so that way I'll have newer material to perform and more stuff released for people to check out and stuff like that.
Okay. No date yet?
Nah, I can't give a date yet, but it's definitely in the near future. I can say that. Like, I don't have any more songs that I need to record for the project. I can give a name. It will be called Stakk Season. Obviously, you can guess because my name's Stakk. But yeah, it's gonna be called Stakk Season. All the songs are finished being recorded, so I'm just in the process of having all of them, like edited and stuff like that, and figuring out the order of the track list and all that type of stuff. But
okay,
it's definitely on the way in the near future.
That's what's up. Earlier, you was telling me that you move from place to place. What was some of your favorite places to be?
Man, I had a real trying come up, so I can't even really say I got a favorite place to be, because everywhere I ever been, it done basically been hell, I done been through a lot for somebody as young as my age, So I can't really say I got a favorite place, but I'm definitely the most comfortable here in Springfield, Massachusetts. This is my birthplace, so ain't no place like home for me.
Right. So where was you? What hospital?
I was born at Bay State.
Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah. Back in '94.
You got a lot of fam out here?
I do, but I don't. You know, I'm not really super well connected with my family like that. You know, I live a different type of life than they live, and you know, we have our differences and stuff like that. So the little bit of family I do have, I try to grasp onto, you know, and keep close to me at the hip as much as I can, though.
Right. I was gonna ask, do you have any family doing music?
Yeah, my whole family pretty much do music. You know, I got little cousins that rap and sing. My brother, I got a couple brothers that be rapping. You know, like my whole family is based on music. My mother was a professional singer. My grandmother was a professional singer. Like, used to get paid to sing at events and churches and stuff like that. My uncle to this day still does events and, you know, tribute performances and stuff like that. So I just always been around music and stuff like that, and that's why I said I've always been around the actual real music and instruments and stuff like that. Like, my father used to play the trumpet and stuff like that in church when I was a little kid and stuff like that. So I just always been around music my whole life just because of who my family is.
You never thought about gravitating more towards the singing since your mom was into that?
The funny part is that's how I really started off. When I was about maybe like 5 years old, my mom's had sat me down. I remember, because she used to always play, you know, singing songs, stuff like that. You know, like Aretha Franklin, you know, Fred Hammond, all that old gospel stuff. And so I remember I used to tell her that I wanted to sing. So when I was about 5 years old, I told her, like, you know, I really want to sing. So she sat me down and, like, you know, started, like, instructing me how to sing and, like, how to really, you know, sing from, like, my core and stuff like that. So I originally started off with the singing. So you definitely will be hearing some vocal stuff in the near future. As I said, now that I have the mixtape all the way recorded, now it's time for me to work on singles and just have fun with it, you know, and get back to my roots and stuff like that.
Okay, that's what's up. Singing, like, you hit those high notes?
Shit, I can hit about almost any note. I mean, I'm not, like, in a bragging way, but, you know, like, I try to master my craft with everything I do as much as I can. So I try to make sure I can do as much as I can when it comes to every category of music and stuff like that. So I definitely do got some songs where you'll hear me, you know, hitting some low notes, hitting some high notes, or, you know, harmonizing and stuff like that, you know, just making everything flow together. It just all depends on how I'm feeling, whatever is in my heart or on my mind at the moment whenever I'm in the studio or whenever I'm writing a song. It's like shit like that. So it just all depends.
Okay. So your name's Stacks. So what ways do you stack?
Shit, I just now I'm finally, you know, doing it the legal way, but, you know, coming up, I really ain't have much like that. So, you know, me and my brothers had to kind of fend for ourselves. You know, my mom worked a shift, you know, all from morning to nighttime and stuff like that. She ended up being the manager at her job growing up. So, you know, me and my brothers was always on our own, just trying to do whatever we could, you know, sell clothes, you know. Eventually, you know, when I got in my teens, I started obviously selling weed and, you know, shit like that. And then just whatever I could do to make money, really. But, you know, I got kids now, so now I'm trying to, you know, get on the right path and make sure I set the future good for them so that they got a good role model to look up to and not somebody that's doing something that's gonna help them incriminate themselves or something like that.
All right. It's always good to stay positive.
Yeah.
So let the people know where they can find your music at.
Yeah, you can check out my music on YouTube at Stakk Lane Music. That's StackLaneMusik. You can check that out on YouTube and also on SoundCloud, same title, Stakk Lane Music. And for, you know, clips and little snippets of previews and stuff that's upcoming and on the way, you can follow me on Instagram, which is stack.lane 2 times, STAKK.LANE 2X. So make sure you check out all those platforms and just stay tuned to what we got coming in the future, because we got a lot of everything on the way, and it's gonna be a lot of surprises for y'all. So